One thing I've questioned while watching Rezero is why do the witches help Subaru? If you watch Rezero, you know the witches play a huge part throughout the story. They are very important characters who made names for themselves and can be linked back to pretty much everything that's happening. While there have been many versions of them, the current 7 that we saw at the Tea Party were calamities that caused destruction throughout the world. So much so that they've been remembered for hundreds of years. So if they're this big bad evil, why do they help Subaru? Obviously Ekida's motive was to free the Sanctum, but other than that they all seem to pretty much help him with nothing in return. But if we look deeper into them all, they all seem to have their own reasons for why they helped him. Even though they're known as this big bad evil, all of them seem to do what they feel is right or interesting. For instance, Daphne wants to see him fulfill his challenge of killing all her great mobbies, so she gave him information and helped him. Minerva hates seeing people get hurt and the fact that he wasn't being truthful about what he wanted, so she helped him and healed him. Carmilla wanted to correct the fact that he thought that no one cared about him and wanted to show him that they did. For Ekida, other than using him to free the Sanctum and wanting to make use of his return by death, she finds him interesting and helping him gave her more information to satisfy her greed. As for Tifon, I think she likes Subaru as a person and the fact that even though he wasn't a bad guy, he saw himself as a sinner, which showed her that he was a good person. Sekhmet seemed to side with Tifon, but other than that she was neutral most of the time. She just did what she thought was right. Now for the final witch, which is Satella, we know she genuinely loves him and wanted to help him not die, which is why she gave him return by death. They all decided to help him for their own reasons, which is why Echida says she was surprised some of them did what they did. Not only did they help him not fall for Echida's trap, but they also helped him see that he mattered. They seemed to see him as an interesting person and watch his actions. An interesting reason for this I saw some people talk about was that it's because he's a sage candidate, making him directly related to them. Basically, a sage candidate is someone who can wield more than one witch factor, making them the most twisted and powerful of them all. Which is why later on he's not only Sloth's witch factor holder but also becomes Greed's as well. So if you ended up enjoying and want to see more like this, you can show me by liking the video. It would also mean a lot to me if you subscribed and watched another.